lot of times during my transformation where I was alone. I didn't go out. I was just hanging out by myself. I just worked out, ate the food, went home, did the same thing, rinse and repeat. I wasn't really happy with like how I felt in my own skin. I really just wanted to focus on me. So there's a lot of solitude. There's a lot of alone time. There's a lot of me by myself and my thoughts. But it was in those times when I kind of realized, man, I enjoy being by myself for the most part, because when you kind of realize there's no thoughts going through your head and you feel good, you feel energized, and you feel calm, I don't know what else other people would wish for. Happiness comes and goes. Peace of mind is actually the best feeling. It's just this uplifted feeling with like an emotional grounding feeling. It's just a calm. If I keep like that every single day, I'm happy, quote unquote happy. But giddy, that's just on and off kind of, like that's just like an on and off kind of thing. So that's why I do these workouts in the morning. Now, obviously, like I said before, I have to be a lot better with making these videos on YouTube, but this is helping me. This is just me reflecting with you guys. As I make these videos and I tell you guys like what has helped me, and I kind of share with you guys, especially if you guys are lonely, and especially if you guys are going through relationship issues. There's a lot of you guys out there, a lot of you guys out there, guys and girls. Now, the thoughts will go dark, and you cannot be anything that you kind of do to mask it will come back like even not exponentially, but a lot more down the road and more pain. There's no running away from it. The pain's there for a reason. That's what I kind of realized. And when I kind of realized to kind of like just use it to my advantage, and like, oh shit, okay, I feel like, you know, I'm getting a lot of negative thoughts in the circumstance. Okay, let me just do my workout, push past the pain. The answer to the pain is in the pain, which is kind of psychotic. It's like you're going into the pain zone within your own body, pressing it hard, and it calms you, grounds you. And then it takes some time. Sometimes it takes more than like a few minutes, a few sets. Sometimes I'm there longer than usual. This is why I said the whole workout structure that you kind of follow is just a template. After a while, you want to kind of like go past what's beyond what's expected of you. And then by definition, you're building the person you want to be, you know, a very high level. You're not really focusing on, you're building your body, but you're also overcoming something really difficult that will put you in a very grateful mentality, which uplifts your spirit. And because you're grateful in that circumstance, it doesn't matter about any other circumstance. You want to wish them a positive sense. You can be in a pile of shit and you'd be happy. That's why gratitude is such a powerful state to be in. You can hate someone at one point. You could be going through a divorce. You could be going through a breakup. But the minute you're grateful to be alive in that moment, you wish everything the best. You can be in literally a pile of shit. The worst of weathers, worst of conditions. And because you're so happy, you only see things in a positive light, including your current shitty circumstance. You see that in a positive light. Because you see that in a positive light, you also see other people in imaginary scenarios that you don't really see in a positive light. You wish them the best. You're like, the devil, you know, I wish, you know, he's a human being. He's going the wrong direction. I wish him the best. So like gratitude is what I'm really, really trying to teach a lot of guys. And it's really by just pushing the edges of the envelope. You do this every single day, the body will come. It will come. Like I'm almost guaranteed, even with this shitty workout blueprint, with the right mentality of being able to push and overcome hard shit, and actually like going after that and being hooked on the hard work itself, over a decade's time, you're going to be fucking unstoppable. Like legitimately unstoppable. That's why the mindset, the mentality, that's why, again, I post these videos. It's a lot of people, I think a lot of people after a while, once you know the blueprint, which is kind of pretty fucking easy, you need more so reminders over like coaching, because society will tell you otherwise, and you're always going to kind of believe maybe I can do two things at once. And I've done this mistake before. And I kind of realized, no, Sam, you can't be smoking weed and working out all the time. It doesn't work. That shit doesn't work. Oh, nope, you can't be partying and drinking all the time. That shit doesn't work. No, you can't be always looking at your phone. You get distracted. That fucking drains your energy. All these small little things are extremely important. And then when you take all those little energy leaks out of your day, and then you just really focus on elevating yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, you get a day that you cannot explain from a very, it's just a high level of feel in a positive manner. You could be physically exhausted, but just uplifted. Yesterday, I was running on 1 hour of sleep. 1 hour of sleep. I did a hard-ass workout session. I did hard-ass grappling rounds. Hard. I couldn't, but I learned so much. I overcame so much difficult shit. I did a lot of hard stuff. I did things that my mind told me I couldn't. I did not think I would be able to do, and I did it. I didn't want to do it. And by doing that, it changed how I saw my day and my world. All I wanted to do was relax. When I say relax, I mean like not just like do no work. I mean, when I say relax, I was just like so at peace. I was so at peace with just like what I did that day. There was no negative thoughts. There was no feelings of ill. By the end of the day, I wanted to just eat and relax and sleep. And by pushing that hard, by pushing the edges of the envelope, I'm able to consider all the food that I'm looking for, eating, consuming. I'm over, no matter how much food I'm eating, it's just like a fucking flame that's going on fire. And I'm just annihilating anything I'm consuming. Which leads to my next point where people will say, I want to get the body. I'm like, focus on the body, focus on the process, and focus on overcoming difficult shit, especially during hard times. The hard times there for a reason. You guys are all looking for like the perfect scenario such that you can go get strong, but you get strong by overcoming hard times, hard, difficult stuff. So imagine you're trying to do something very physically taxing, mentally taxing, and emotionally taxing in a hard time in your life. You're going to come out really fucking emotionally strong. And when you have that emotional anchor, you realize, holy shit, I created a positive mental attitude in this terrible day, which I thought was borderline for wanting to fucking shoot myself in the head. And I feel great. Oh my God. Wow, I should do this all the fucking time. And I should tap into this state. And then when I tap into this state all the fucking time, every single day, I feel great every single day. And you always look at other people and they're talking about mental issues, anxiety all the day. And you're just like, why don't you try this out? And then they say, nah, it doesn't work for me, or it's not for me. Because they're either focusing on the superficial aspect of things, or they want the easy way out. The best solution is the hardest one. And I promise you, people like to think the older emotion, like from my experience, I've felt every negative emotion you can think about: anxious, frustration, anger, jealousy, depression. But it's all momentary, because when you're always building motivation ground up, and like I said, people, I'm looking, I don't have motivation. Yeah, because you're doing shit to make you lose motivation. You're doing acts that's making you lose motivation. Well, I guess it's maybe my workout program. Then look for a good workout program. That by definition is going to motivate you. Like the actual steps is what creates motivation. So when I go through the steps every single day, I build a motivation. When you have a solid process that you follow every single day, that's almost guaranteed to uplift your spirit, then you're golden. You do this every single day, you're set. So when I coach my clients, I give them the blueprint. I give them the process that works for their circumstance. What equipment they have, how much time they have, what's their budget for food, how much food do they need to eat. I make it work for them. And then I do my best to hold them accountable to it. Because maybe they might get 60% of it right, 70% of it right. And I run it through. And then maybe that 30% which they struggle to stay the discipline with, that's where the coaching comes into play. And then you break it down to small pieces such that they can actually take action steps towards it. And when you do that over and over again, you overcome the fears. And when they do it and they actually get it right, get the 100% of the blueprint right, they get that feeling. They go, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, you feel it, don't you? It's like, yeah. That could be you every single fucking day. There is no end result. It just, the vision keeps growing. It just keeps growing. So that's what I do as a coach. I just try to put them in a mentality where not only are they going to get the body that they want, not only are they going to get the physique that they want, not only are they going to get the confidence that they want, not only are they going to get the comfort in their skin that they're looking for, but they're also going to be able to get over hard and dark times. Imagine you're able to do that every single fucking day. You're not going to have a dark day where it's dark from moment to night, from the minute you wake up to the minute you sleep. Because you're able to control your internal state in that exact moment by making the right decisions to build motivation in dark times, you become unfucking stoppable. Because instead of always looking for motivation, in the millisecond you get negative thoughts that's consuming your mind. Once I go straight into positive action, and positive action could be anything that's constructive or helpful to me to grow me as an individual, or it builds the relationship with me and any human being around me. He could be the devil. He could be the person I don't like from a personality standpoint, which is very rare. I like everybody. That's my nature, because I see me in everybody. So I'm like, oh, he's having a rough day. Oh, he's angry. He's jealous. Okay, what can I do to make him shift in a more positive manner? There's a level of responsibility in that. It's huge, because most people, the minute they get negative energy, they tend to reflect it. It doesn't mean you have to save everybody, because some people, no matter how much you try, it's hard. But at the same time, like, it's like, how if you see they're going through a rough time, based on how I conduct myself and how I carry myself for that day, because I'm in such a grateful mentality, no matter what negative shit my circumstance is or the people around me, I'm able to elevate myself on such a high level that they will change, because they're inspired in that exact moment to not be a fucking dickhead. Do you see how this works? So instead of focusing on the abs and the body, which you want to kind of do in the gym, I'm not saying there's no vanity in this. There's a lot of fucking vanity. How you look outside is so fucking important. It's your resume to the world. You're walking down the street, they're not like, hey, are you CEO? No, they're gonna look at you. Does this guy command respect? Without saying a fucking word, do you respect him? As simple as that. The minute you have that, you're in a great fucking situation, great position to be in. And then, how is his energy? We're all goddamn energy. When you have those two things, now it's a matter of just saying stuff that comes out of your fucking mouth that you don't fuck it up. Because how you conduct yourself and the energy, or how you look and the energy that you give out, is the first sign of who the fuck you are. And then obviously, if you say something like that's racial, as an example, you say a black joke to a black guy who's hypersensitive towards being black, for example, he's not going to like you initially. So the next step is obviously saying the right things. But again, you can't worry about what people think about you, what you say. All right, people. Just again, I know I went on a tangent, but it's all connected. The body, the mind, the soul, the uplifting the spirit, the mental toughness, the physical toughness, the physique. If you're able to tap into that through a habitual daily regimen or routine, by constructing you and putting yourself in a growth mindset every single goddamn day, you become a powerful fucking force. They always say health is wealth. A lot of people wait till they're wealthy and then they do it. Yet all these people want to follow the same path. I think it's just a cop out. Most people say they say, when I get to that position, when I get all those material things, or I have more money in my bank account, I will become better, more fit, and more jacked. Well, if you want to never ever stop training, have the non-negotiable mindset, you should probably start with your body weight, with the equipment you have, or the minimal equipment the funds that you have, or the food that you're putting down your throat, because that's the best position to be in. By making better decisions based off the finances that you have, that's one. And number two, use minimal equipment, because everyone knows body weight's the best way to start. So if you know that, why the fuck aren't you starting now?